Have you ever had one of those days and it felt like it was the best day you've had in months, maybe even years? Have you ever had a terrible day? One of those days that felt like everything went wrong, nothing was going your way. We all have. The tool I'm going to give you today is how to have more of the former, how to have more great, amazing days, and how to have less of the latter. How to not have days where everything doesn't go your way anymore. It's actually a pretty simple strategy, and this isn't one that I've seen a lot of people talk about. It's not something I've seen a lot of people do, and I'm not quite sure why, but I found it's very effective. So there's a really simple two-step process that you need to do for this. It's not something that's really that complicated. It might take a little bit of trial and a little bit of practice to get good at it, but it's not that difficult. So step one is when you're having a great day, when you have one of those 10 out of 10 days, I want you to write down the things that you did, the things that you had control over. Not the things that the world did to you. This isn't a I won the lottery 10 out of 10 day. It's the things that you did, the actions you took in order to have that amazing day. So for me, I found that my amazing days tend to come when I'm working on a project that I'm really excited about. I'm deeply engaged and I'm making a lot of headway on that project. The second thing often comes around great times with friends and family. Maybe it's going to a concert with friends or a great dinner with my partner, but it's some kind of a evening or afternoon experience usually that involves my friends and my family. And the third thing for me usually involves exercise outdoors, whether that's climbing, some type of big hike in nature, something like that that forces me to sweat, move my body, and get exhausted. So from that distillation, I know that my best days generally look like exercise, time outdoors, time with friends and family, and working on projects that matter. Now, this seems kind of obvious, right? Here's where the second half of this puzzle comes in. You need to document what your 1 out of 10 days look like. What are the absolute worst days for you? Often for me, this is when I'm sick and I'm not working on anything that I care about. I'm feeling stressed and overwhelmed. I'm not enjoying my work, or I'm very isolated. I'm often on my own, and it's often in winter. I found those are the things for me that create my worst days and my best days. So I've written it down. I've taken 3 or 4 of these best days and looked at the things that have made it the best days. I've taken 3 or 4 of these worst days and made it the things clearly that are going to likely lead to a bad day for me. Now you can imagine what I'm doing with this. Throughout the course of any given day, any month, any year, I'm trying to plan accordingly so that I do the things that lead to me having these 10 out of 10 days. Does that mean every day is like that? No, of course not. But it does mean that I have way less of those 1 and 2 days and much more 7, 8, 9 days. It means that I've skewed the direction of my day towards great experiences because I've looked at the days that I've had those great experiences. It also means that I try to coordinate and organize those things. I try to have more fun experiences with my friends that involve concerts or being outdoors. I try to spend time with family, having nice dinners and connecting with people. I try to do these things because I know that I'm going to look back after that day's over and say, wow, that was an awesome experience. So my challenge to you is to do something similar. This doesn't need to be hard. Really spend a little bit of time whenever you notice yourself having a 10 out of 10 day. And honestly, you can even think back right now and get a rough draft going. Think about the things that happened on the best days you've had over the last few months. Think about the things that have happened on the worst days. Create 2 separate sheets and write both of these down. Keep it on your desk. Keep it somewhere important to you. Save it on your phone. The point is for you to look at this regularly so you can say to yourself, am I doing the things that lead toward my best days? It's not that difficult. And you'll be able to recognize very quickly when you start to do the things that are on your bad day list. Some of them will be out of your control, right? Like getting sick is not fully in your control. However, if you start to do things that lead towards you being sick, you know that you're moving in that direction versus doing the things that lead towards you being healthy and having a good time. We're all going to have crappy things outside of our control happen to us, right? There's no way to avoid that. But on a day where you have a crappy thing happen, if you take the actions towards something that's great, it makes a big difference. You go through a rough breakup and you know that being outside helps. You have 2 choices. You can either sit at home and do things that make you feel negative and wallow, or you can do things towards that great day so that even if the breakup isn't feeling good and your heart's hurt, you're still doing things that make you feel better. It raises that average, it raises the lower bar of what your worst days look like. So please give this a try. Let me know how this works for you. This is something that's had a really big impact on me. It's changed the course of my life over the last 10 years or so. And as always, thank you for watching. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. I love to hear from you. There's a lot more fun stuff going on this channel. I'm going to be putting a lot of new videos out soon. So let me know what you want to learn about. And if there's any insight that I can provide, I'd love to. Have a great day.